Good evening, this is BelGeode and we are back with some Black Desert Online. This is closed beta test 2. Today is February the 19th, 2016. Today we're going to talk about housing, and Ghita is going to show us the houses that she has, as well as purchase some furniture for the one house that we purchased here in Heidelberg, which you might be able to see the balcony to behind that statue there. Alright, so we are in Heidel. I'm going to continue calling it Heidelberg because the name of the town I live in real life in Pennsylvania is Heidelberg, so I just think that's so cool that there's a town named after or named similar to that. So yeah, to me, this town is Heidelberg, even though they call it Heidel in this game. Alright, before we actually get into the housing, let's talk about furniture. There's multiple ways you can get furniture. You could either purchase it from the auction, which means other players may have crafted it, or maybe they bought it from one of those NPCs over there and put it on the auction. Or you can get it directly from the NPC. It's usually going to be cheaper that way, but the selection is less.
You should tell me what you need in your house.
Alrighty, buddy. Thank you so much. Let's see what you have available. Yeah, right now he does not have much because my level is low and I don't really have a whole hell of a lot of influence in town. So I'm going to purchase a table real quick here and a couple of dining chairs to go with it. And I'll show you how to place those once we actually get it into the house. The other option you have, you can craft furniture. However, I'll get into how all of that works as part of the whole house buying process. Alright, so let's see what they have on the auction because I really want for Ghita to have a nice queen size bed. So let's see what we can find. You'll notice the auction has pretty much everything. All the little tabs are labeled for you at the top there. We're going to go all the way across to the one that says housing. Alright, and this is the list of auctions that players have placed on there. You'll see all kinds of stuff like bare rugs, plates of food, which are just decorative. They're not actually food. Baskets. I'm looking for beds. I can't find any just yet. Oh, wait a minute. I think there was one back up this way. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yep, there it is. Heidelian bed. Okay, so this indicates that it was a bed of the design of Heidelberg, or Heidel. Looks like there are two options to pick from. I'm going to choose the cheaper, 40,602 silver. When you click purchase, you will have to enter this 2-digit code just for confirmation. And then you click purchase and voila, we've got it. It is now in our inventory. There's no need to go to the mail and pick it up or anything like that. It's just in our inventory. Alright, so we got the furniture that we want to place, and even though I already have the house that I want to put it in, I want to take a moment just to talk about the whole concept of housing in Black Desert Online. Originally, there was supposed to be a batch of houses that are just one instance, first come, first serve, and then the rest of them would be instanced. I think they changed that. I think now every house is instanced, which actually, as far as I'm concerned, is a better deal. Now, you'll notice that there are houses that you can purchase in just about every town or city. There are also like out-of-the-way houses that you can get at some of the smaller nodes, like farms, or there's even a goat farm on top of a mountain where you can actually purchase a house and live there. The Western Guard Camp, which is one of the first places you'll visit, you can purchase houses there, as well as the starting town that every single player starts in. Now what I want you to take a look at here is all the houses in blue that I'm highlighting. These are houses that you can buy straight off the bat as long as you have at least one contribution point, which you get from doing quests for the various people around the area. And it's real easy to get them if you just continue doing the various quests there. Velia is one of the towns that you'll come to shortly after the Western Guard Camp. You'll see I already own 2 houses. Houses you own are in white. Houses that you can own are in blue, and anything that's gray means you need to own like the previous house in that series before you can get to it. Alright, so let's go back to Heidelberg here, or Heidel. I always keep calling it Heidelberg, so don't hate me for that. Now you'll notice I've got stuff in storage already. Here is how that works. I have contribution points. I have 2 current contribution points from doing missions, and I've spent most of my contribution points on buying storage houses, which have the little purple icon there that is a safe essentially, and I've also bought other different types of houses. So these are my storage items here. You can go to any NPC that has warehouse storage capability. They will store that item. You can eventually get an item in that house that will allow you to access your storage items without having to go to the town NPC. So yeah, this one I purchased for storage. Normally you can upgrade them. However, this one will only have one storage setting. Now let's look at another type of house. You'll see this one has a blue icon here. What that means is this is a tool workshop. Each house in any given town has various sub-uses that can be used. They're all different, but with this particular house you can opt to make it a tool workshop. The tools you need whenever you're doing resource gathering, fishing, so on and so forth. I'll give you an example. You can make transparent empty bottles, which will come in handy when we actually get the Valencia area, you know, the desert in the Black Desert. You will need these in order to craft purified water for surviving the desert. So I have this one set up as a tool workshop, and if I had workers, they could basically craft tools throughout the course of the day. Let's look at another type of house. This one has a red icon. This stands for refinery. Now, refineries are used to basically refine resources, in particular black powder, black stone powder. You use that for almost everything you craft. In addition to which, you also have weapon upgrade items that you need to take to your blacksmith whenever you're trying to like upgrade your weapon or restore its durability and stuff like that. So it's very useful to have at least one house like that. Now, on top of this tool workshop, it looks like I can purchase this house. I eventually want to get workers to do my resource gathering and my crafting and refining for me. So I'm going to need to purchase lodging for them. By default, I believe you can have 3 workers, but if you want to have more than that, you need lodging for them. They need a place to live. So what we're going to do here is, since I have 2 contribution points and it costs 2 contribution points, I'm going to go ahead and purchase this. It also will cost me 500 silver coins, and it will take time. It takes 5 minutes for me to do this. So there we go. We've gone ahead and purchased it, and you'll see the little countdown there. It's 4 minutes and 54 seconds right now. Once that is done, that house will be available for lodging, which means I can contract more workers from the NPC that will allow you to contract workers. If I decide down the road I want to change what this house does, you'll see what it says there. It takes 2 hours to change it to a siege weapon workshop. In the case of my living house, my residence, I can change it if I wanted to a wagon part workshop or a goldsmith like a jeweler, or I could even take the change of a Herrick Talisman Forge, which I have no idea what the hell that does, or a refinery. But whenever you make a change like that, it will cost you something to make the change, usually time and a little bit of money and so on. But this one is my house. So we're going to let this one do its thing here, and as soon as it's done, it'll be lodging so that I can start getting workers. But now I'm going to show you the differences between a house you have as storage versus a house you have as a residence. Alright, let me see if I can find one of my storage houses here. This, I believe, is a guild hall. I do not have access to that unless I were in a guild. Okay, here we go, here we go. So house number 9-3 is a storage house, and you'll see when I try to enter it, it only gives me the list of other people's houses. These are other people who have this particular house set as their residence, so you could actually go in and, you know, check out their house. I want to choose empty house, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and holy hell, it's dark in here. Alright, good thing I've got a lantern. There we go. Alright, so this is what the interior of a storage house looks like. Bear in mind, the house that we are in is not technically my house. You cannot enter a storage house. So what I'm looking at is basically a floor model of what this house would look like if I chose to make it a residence. Even though over the door it does say that it's my house being used for storage, you cannot enter into. You can't like physically drop stuff in there. You have to go to either the NPC that will allow you to do storage, or if you have that item that you can put in your house, which is like a storage chest, that will allow you to access it. Oh, look at that. I just increased my stamina just from running around. I love this game. Alright, house number 9-4 is my official residence. So when I press R, automatically it knows to put me into my instance of this house. So this is where Ghita lives. Right here. And as you can see, I haven't put any furniture in. We're gonna fix that. A couple of items just popped up at the top. You'll see one says view underwear and the other one says place mode. When you click on view underwear, not surprisingly, it'll show you any underwear that your character is wearing. This is kind of like a cheesecake type thing that they put in there. So if I wanted Ghita to run around her house in her underwear, she can certainly do that. We're not going to do that though. We are, however, going to choose place mode, and this is the meat and potatoes of how you decorate your house. There are many things that you can put in a house to give it decoration. Alright, so what we're looking at here is the first floor. You can see Ghita standing by the front door. This is our second floor of the house, and we also have a third floor, which is kind of like a little attic. Most likely this is going to be our bedroom. So we have those items in our inventory that have currently appeared on our little bar. We're going to choose the Heidelberg bed, and we're going to go ahead and place that sucker in this room. Alright, so looks like the pillow is facing to the center of the room. I do not like that, but I do want the headboard against this wall. So when I click on it, it will give me the options to rotate it either left or right, as well as the option to confirm where I want it placed. So we're going to go ahead and rotate it here. Alright, that is exactly where I want this bed placed, so we're going to confirm. And there we go. That bed is now officially placed in this house, and you'll notice it has a check mark on it on that little hot bar to the bottom. Okay, so we still have this little breakfast table and the two chairs that I want to place. So let me go ahead to the second floor. We'll put that over in this corner close to where the balcony is. You can move your camera around, of course, and it does help. I'm thinking right here should be good. That way we'll catch the morning sun when we're eating breakfast. You know, it'll be cool. I don't think I need to rotate it. It's a round table. It's going to look the same no matter which direction it's facing. But the chairs, however, obviously those we're going to need to rotate. So I need to put them just far enough that Ghita can walk in between them and the table, and then she should be able to sit in it. And then we'll rotate the sucker around right here. Bam! I like it. I like it. Alright, let's do the same thing with the other chair. Looks like we only need to rotate this one a little bit. Oh, there we go. We just had that little notice pop up. The countdown has finished, so that house that I just purchased is now lodging for my workers once I actually get some. Now, let's say I don't like where I place this chair. I can pick it up and move it around. You'll see that there are various options. You can collect it or you can move it. So we're going to go ahead and just move it here. We'll move it a little bit closer to the table. I won't know until I actually have Ghita try to sit in these chairs whether or not I'm placing them at the right distance. But you can play around with it all you want, and that's the beauty of this system here in Black Desert. Alright, I think that looks about good. We'll check it once we get upstairs and see if she can sit in it. So you'll notice all four of our items from our inventory have check marks. So those are placed. Now, everything you see here with a P, these are stuff that you can buy with the pearls. You remember me talking about the pearls in my last video about the cash shop. You can also buy furniture from the cash shop, by the way. But here's another way that you can purchase them off the cash shop. Let's say I want a chandelier. And of course, I'm going to want to put it over my dining table. You could either follow the shadow that it's casting to figure out, where it's supposed to go, or you could move your camera. Hold on a second, let me try and see, because I'm anal about this stuff. I got OCD when it comes to this. I gotta have it centered up here, folks. Alright, right there looks good. When you click it, it will allow you to adjust the height by using your scroll wheel on the mouse button. On the mouse, that is. And once you get that correct, you click it again, and there's your usual option to drop it into place. Now notice what's different. The little buy option comes up, and it puts the chandelier over here in my cart. Also notice the price for it is 400 pearls. I only have 320, so I can't buy this thing. So we'll have to get rid of it, unfortunately. Alright, no chandelier for me. Hopefully I can find chandeliers and candles and so on in some of the bigger cities. I believe Calpheon has a bunch there. Alright, we're looking at some wallpaper right now, and when you put wallpaper on the wall, it covers every single wall in the house. Same goes for flooring as well. So we're looking around to see what this all looks like. You can see it's giving you a preview there. Holy hell, that's a lot of marble. Okay, we won't go with that one. Let's take a look at some of the flooring options that we have. I don't think I can afford this chandelier. That might be a little too rich for my blood. So let's try the flooring here. We got marble flooring. And again, same thing. It'll show you for every single floor in the house. And when you actually purchased it, oh, that looks good. That looks very good. Okay, we're going to go with hardwood floors in here. We can get rugs to put over there at any point in time. Alright, so there we go. Now we have the buy option, and you will notice that this time flooring costs 250 pearls out of the 320 that I have. I can live with that. So we're going to go ahead and purchase all, and it's going to remind me, do you really want to buy it? And I'm going to go, yes. So there, it's official. The ratty ass wood floors that we had are now gone, and every single floor in this house now has this lovely hardwood flooring. It looks like teak flooring there, I could be wrong. So there's Ghita on the first floor, and yep, we got the hardwood. And the third floor, yep, we got the hardwood. And you pervs get your minds out of the gutter, thank you. Okay, so that's basically everything that we had to place, and everything is checkmarked. We're good to go, so we'll escape to get out of here. Alright, Ghita, why didn't you close the door? Come on, walk away from the door. There we go. Alright. Now, I've got her lantern on still, so that way we have some light in here, because night is really, really dark. You will notice that you can open the windows. You could not do that in the storage house or any other house you do not own, but if you own this house as a residence, you can open the windows, and you will see what's going on outside. There is kind of a catch, though, and if I could ever go upstairs, I will show you. Come on, Ghita. Work with me here, girl. Work with me. There we go. Alright, so we'll open up a few more of these windows, and I'll show you what's going on outside. Now, it's already de-resed everything outside with the exception of the actual scenery, so you'll notice there's no people out there. That's no bueno. I kind of like the people in the band. So when we go out on the balcony, boom, look at that, everybody appears. So we can see players, we can see NPCs, we can see the band playing that same song over and over and over. And when we go back inside, this is our version of the house. So anybody can walk out on their balcony, but once they go back indoors, it will be your house. And that is clearly not going to work. Okay, I'm going to need to change the position of that chair there. I'll do that a little bit later. Alright, sorry Ghita. I guess I should have placed that a little bit differently, or maybe I need to buy a new chair. Maybe this one is just not working properly. It looks like it's far enough from the table. I don't know why it's not letting me sit. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to go upstairs and we're going to test out the bed. Now, since she is planning on going to sleep, because we're almost done with this video, I'm going to go ahead and put her in underwear mode. And then Ghita's going to settle down for a long winter's nap, or at least as close to it as I can get. So there we go. By pressing R, that'll get you in your bed. It will naturally refresh your AP points, your stamina points, or whatever. So there we go. We're good to go. Ghita's going to bed. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope this was informative to you. If it was, feel free to give me a like. And I just realized it is way too bright. There's no way in hell she's going to be able to sleep like that. If you're not yet subscribed, feel free to subscribe. And I will catch you on the next video. Ghita, do me a favor, please. Turn off that lantern. I would appreciate that. Holy hell, it's dark. Okay. Well, she'll definitely get some sleep this time. Alrighty, folks. I will talk to you all later. This has been BelGeode playing Black Desert Online. Ciao.